I usually put the movie reviews proper on examining Kubrick, but I want to make a bit of an exception on this one because, boy, mostly pretty laughably bad. That said, I do think a few reviewers have gone overboard making Imaginary the worst film of all time. Is it the worst Blumhouse film? I don't know. I need to see a few more to be fair to Blumhouse, but boy, there is a massive downward trajectory. Now, I did not care for the Halloween trilogy. I consider that an abomination, but that does have a few strong points. And this film had a few strong elements here and there, but let's get very brutal very quickly. So I'll try to contain my rage, because boy, if I really thought and cared about this film, I'd get really frustrated very quickly. So what's the basic deal? Well, Jessica or Alice, no, nobody cares. Essentially, mother woman has two children. She had some bad dreams, so they move back to some house. Who cares? Anyway, we get to the teddy bear. But here's the twist. It's not really the teddy bear. That's the this is no spoiler review, but when the twist happens, it actually was effective and they kept adding twists and more twists and more twists. The final sections are strong. The beginning part was actually very intriguing. So the first 6 to 7 minutes, interesting. I am not exaggerating. 70 boring minutes follow. I just want people to contemplate that. That is technically a whole film. So literally, we have two films. We have the short, good film, the beginning 7 minutes, and about 20, 22 minutes at the end. Though even those have a lot of problems. Like the production design was okay, but it's nothing to brag about. It is, well, basically, it's Nightmare on Elm Street. That's what it is. It's Freddy Krueger without Freddy Krueger. And I get it. They can't copy the Freddy story because they get sued, rightfully so, by Wes Craven's estate. So the basic dilemma is Jeff Wadlow, whoever this is, he's also one of the co-writers. So the writers and director don't really have a strong vision. So intriguing premise about how child imagination and the imagination of, I guess, the women's works with horror. Okay, intriguing. We've done that before with Wes Craven, but whatever. We could do it again. But it never really rises beyond that premise, and though there are a few effective scenes at the end, this is just jaw droppingly stupid. It is insanely funny in too many places, and that's not intentional. And I usually try not to attack children actors, but boy, one of the child actors was just, she just looks ugly and stupid. Like, they keep focusing on her face a few times. I'm like, she was just framed badly. She just looks bad. And her line delivery was just so laughable. Like, she's like, Chauncey's the teddy. Maybe we shouldn't be paying. Oh no. And then at the end, she's like, I want to go home now. I'm like, okay, there is some good acting. Like Wanda did her thing. She really tried. There's one scene where she's crying, and I'm like, oh wow, you put an effort in. So give her a lot of props. But boy, so much of the acting here is automatic pilot. There's like a male character who shows up for a little bit at the beginning, just goes away. So this thing is just so cheap. They just manufactured a story to keep it to 4 to 5 major characters. Oh, don't worry, they do add in another twist character who comes in to do some exposition, but this is a very small cast. It's a very small budget. I get that. They have limited resources, but it's horror. Even with a low, small budget, you can do a lot. Here, they barely did anything. It was just so minimal. But there is some good stuff. I can't deny that, but for most of the film, it is dreadfully boring, dreadfully stupid, dreadfully funny. So you can have fun with it, just laughing at the whole thing. But I would seriously advise, I'm not saying pay for the ticket, but if you were to pay for it, I am not joking. Stay for the first 10 minutes, do something for like 60, 65 minutes, come back, see the ending. That is imaginary. Do I recommend this film? No. Whenever you see this thing, just laugh at it. It is just a sign that Blumhouse is in sharp decline and they need to do something. Otherwise, they'll just be a laughing stock. This thing was just really mostly a waste of time, but there were a few effective moments. The music, especially, was really strong. So the best parts were lead actress and the music. Everything else was barely passable. So I am going to give this 3 out of 10. Is this one of the worst films of all time? Oh, yes, it easily made that. Is it the worst film of 2024? Well, we have Madame Web, so I don't know. Coin toss. I'd give it to this one over Madame Web, and that is saying a whole lot.